everyone, this is Andrea with Andrea's Reborn Nest. This video is not my normal Sunday video, clearly it's Saturday. This is in regards to an update to the chargeback situation as far as that JC and Ines is concerned. As far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, this chargeback is a done situation. Ines, I called PayPal about 10 days ago and I told them that I asked them where the money was. The money was not released. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago even. And they told me that PayPal's policy is that it takes them about 70 days to run through their system. And I told them that the seller is really upsetting me, and she's a YouTuber, and I'm being trolled on my channel, and they need to either call her or do something because this is not acceptable to me. So they put me on hold. Basically they said, you know, do you want us to call her? And I said yes. So they put me on hold and contacted her. While I was on hold for about 10-15 minutes, and finally the gentleman comes back on the phone and says, okay, we got a hold of Ines. We explained the whole situation to her. We told her that it takes time for this to run its course, and there's nothing else Andrea can do. She has done all she can. If you have any questions, please contact us directly. Do not contact her. There's nothing else she can do. She called her credit card company. The chargeback has been withdrawn, and we now have to just wait. So they told me that's what they told her, and that she was completely fine, and thanked them and told them, okay, I will send Andrea an email telling her that I will, that I'm okay with that, and I will, just wait for the money. So as far as I was concerned, this is all now a done situation. Everybody's just waiting for PayPal. Now, mind you, this whole PayPal situation never had to really happen if people would go about their business in the right fashion. If she would have used PayPal goods and services, PayPal would have gotten involved, they would have taken the lead, and it would have been handled like within weeks. Because she only accepted friends and family, their hands are tied, and it was basically nobody was protected, not the seller, not the buyer, and it's basically between the credit card companies and PayPal. So just be aware that in the end, nobody is covered here, not the seller, not the buyer, because there's no protection, because you don't pay that 3.4% that PayPal charges for goods and services. So everything was fine and dandy. Then I noticed Ines, somebody was saying something about somebody that follows me but doesn't have a channel, just kind of like keeps an eye out, for my interest, and said, like, I just saw something on Pixie Mom's channel from 3 weeks ago where she uses your name, your full name, and calls you a scammer. And I said it was 3 weeks ago. I'm like, why is this still going on? This is ridiculous. And basically she said, yeah, Ines says, okay, yeah, fine, I'm not going to contact you anymore, but I'm just going to let all my minions still do the work for me. So that kind of got me upset anyway, but my husband talked me off the ledge and said, you know what, be the better person, let this go, it's ridiculous. So I let it go. So last night, I get an email from another person that watches my German and American channel videos, and she says, oh, you know what, Pixie Mom is having a live, and she the video is about clearing the air in the YouTube community. So maybe this is, like clearing the air, letting, let bygones be bygones, let everybody just kind of like reset, and maybe it's all gonna be fine, and everybody's just gonna retreat to the corners and it'll be fine. So I'm like, okay, let me watch. She's like, okay, I'll watch too. So I'm watching, and as I'm watching, I noticed that, first of all, Tasha, if you're watching this, I would suggest when you do a video, turn on the air conditioning, because you were red, you were sweaty, you were all over the place. Maybe a little bit of cool air would have, helped. She basically, this whole 2 hours of her life was basically a ranting situation, and for her to basically be the police officer of this community, saying things like, we can all get along, or why don't we get along, and which was all fine, which was all sounded great. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to try to chime in there and ask her for an apology for what she said about calling me a scammer and a thief, after I told her that, my grandchildren watch this, and she said, well, they have no business watching this because this is a grown-up channel. So anyway, so I couldn't get in on the conversation. I'm like, why couldn't I get in on the conversation? That's really weird. About 5 minutes later, or maybe 15 minutes later, she looks on her feed, and she unblocks people that she had blocked on her channel just for them to contact her, because she was kind of like egging people on, saying, come on people, this is not your time to say your piece, just say your piece or forever be quiet. Like she was like the god of this community. And so she looks and she's like, okay, I'm unblocking this person, I'm blocking this person. And then I guess Ines is the moderator of her channel. She says to Ines, let me see what she said. She says, what about your situation? And Ines says, my situation is still with her is ongoing. And then I'm not talking about A yet. And then she says the chargeback issue is not resolved. I still have not been paid. I will have an update in 2 weeks. And then somebody asked about the chargeback. Izzy, I guess is her name. Yeah, 2123 Izzy. She says, Ines, did the problem with the chargeback get resolve itself? Are you okay? Congratulations on your new baby. And then she says, no, the chargeback is still not resolved. What? The chargeback is still not resolved? Are you joking? You have talked to PayPal yourself. And what did PayPal tell you, Ines? They told you it takes time. Did you explain that? Now, my whole thing is this. If they were both so innocent in this whole thing and knew what they were doing was right, why would they block me? Why would they not say, you know what? Yeah, we would like to hear from Andrea, and we would like to clear the air. No, you know why they didn't do it? Because they knew as soon as I would come on, I would say, hey, you talked to PayPal. PayPal told you what their policy was. You wrote me an email. You asked to call me on, what was that, April 30th? You said, can I call you? And you called me on my personal line. My husband almost had a heart attack, saying, why are you talking to this woman? This woman trashed you all over the internet. Why are you doing this? And I said, because I want peace. I want peace. I want this over with. I'm done with this now. I need to move forward. And he says, okay, fine. Do whatever you need to do. So I talked to Ines over the phone, and we agreed that she takes down all of her crap about me, um, and I would make my videos about where I explained my situation, which was not a lie, private. What she forgot to do, or conveniently neglected to do, is to tell her followers that this has been resolved, everything is fine, the money's coming, and it's done. I think the reason why she's doing it is because she likes the clicks. I saw something on her site the other day where she was talking about people buying social media companies for clicks or views, or to grow their channel or something like that. So I'm like, what is that? So I checked into that, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I bet she's jealous. She's jealous of my channel. She's jealous how quickly my channel is growing. And to this I have to say the following. I have a huge community in Germany and here. I do not hide my hobby. I do not hide behind the camera with my hobby like a lot of people do, that are afraid of, because they're in corporate America or because they are friends, they don't want their friends to know. I don't care. This is my money, this is my hobby, this is my life. You can watch, you cannot watch, you can, if you don't want to watch, don't watch. If you think it's crazy, that's fine too. I don't care. So that's how you start a channel. You ask everybody and their brother to follow you. Doesn't matter if they watch or they don't watch. It doesn't matter as long as you have the followers, because the more followers you have, the more chances you have of followers eventually, like sticking with you and really liking what you're doing. But you need to put yourself out there. Well, that's how I put myself out there. Well, Inez and Tasha put themselves, and their whole gang of minions put themselves out there by putting negative crap out about other people in the community. And why do they do that? For clicks. Because if you notice, every video that Inez has made about me, where she uses like keywords like scammer and stolen, any words like that, they get automatically more clicks because people are curious. People want to know what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, which is really sad. I mean, don't you people have a life? This is supposed to be about reborns, not about drama. The drama in this community is outrageous. And it really is only the American community. There is not one piece of drama in the German community, not one. They are all peaceful, they all love each other, they all support each other. There's nothing, nobody ever does a thumbs down. Nobody. It's unbelievable. It is disgusting, completely disgusting what's going on here. And, I don't know at this point why I shouldn't just go back to American Express and say, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to drop open the case back up. Because at this point, I have nothing to lose. This woman is still trashing me on social media. So what do I have to lose? I have a doll I don't want. I have money that I lost. What do I have to gain here? But then there is the other side of me that says, you know what, I'm not going to go down in the gutter with these people. I'm not. I'm not going to let 10 people dictate how I'm going to think, how I'm going to conduct my life. It's just think of this, Ines. You have 5,000 followers. Out of 5,000 followers, you have what, maybe 10 or 12 that comment, and maybe 500 that watch. What happened to the other 4,000? Maybe you need to take a little look inside of your own self, because you know what, you're not perfect, and you are not the police of this YouTube community, and you have no right to act like you are the moderator for everybody, because you are not better than anybody else, period. As a matter of fact, what you did to me makes you worse, because I would never put my personal crap out there in the universe. If I have an issue with a seller or a buyer, I do not use my channel for vicious behavior like that. This is unacceptable. And this is like high school. This is like The Sopranos. It's horrible. Completely horrible. And, don't bother, I don't need any of your friends to follow me, to contact me. I want nothing to do with any of you. Nothing. It's like with friends like you, who needs enemies? Horrible. And as far as Tasha is concerned, stay out of other people's business. Your husband called you while you were doing a live asking for help, and what do? You laugh. Why don't you take care of your family and turn on your air conditioning? Because it was pretty pitiful to watch you sweat bullets while you were doing this live. Being so like, I'm gonna be the peacekeeper here in this community, but this person doesn't get to talk, and this person doesn't get to talk. And then one person says, oh, I was belittled on Instagram because of the type of dolls I have, because they are not exclusive enough. And what do you say? Who is that person? Who is that person? Who said that? We need a name, because this community needs to go after this person. What? What? Are you like crazy? It is not for you to decide who goes after who. Who do you think you are? Horrible. And that's how you acted with Inez too. Like, are you not, would you tell your children to act like that? It's just, I'm like floored. And Inez, I kept all of the emails that were talked about between, or sent between you and me. I kept them in a file. So just in case you need to refresh a refresher course on what is expired in the last month, I'll be very happy to discuss that with you again. And until then, keep your memory fresh, because you know exactly what happened. Don't lie, and do the right thing in this community. Don't egg people on, because people can see through it. They can. And this should have never been discussed between you and all of your buddies out there, that I'm sure half of them or 2/3 of them you've never met personally. They give you a little high, because it's like drinking a beer or having a glass of wine or smoking a joint or whatever gets you through the day. For you, it's like getting approval from your YouTube friends. That's pretty sad, that you let your character go for stuff like that, for people like that, is horrible. So, what I'm saying right now is, stop talking. Shut up about this already, and set the record straight with your people, or otherwise on Tuesday I will call American Express again, and you will never see your money. I'm like up to here with you and Tasha. I've had it. I have nothing to lose. I don't need that. You obviously need the $950 a lot more than me. When you're talking about, oh well, Andrea is, put it all over social media, Andrea is buying another doll because she doesn't pay for mine. You know what? I have more dolls than you ever thought of having. Okay, I have a bigger house than you ever thought of having. Okay, I have traveled the world more than you have. So you know what? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I don't need your 950 bucks. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Period. End of story. And with that, I'm leaving. So for my followers that are watching, sorry about the rant, but it just had to be said. I am furious that this is still going on. I've had it up to here. Um, Tomorrow I will do the winners of the German giveaway of the and then on Wednesday will be the Americans, and I will be in a Zen mood. I will drink a glass of wine first. So for all of my followers, I am so sorry you had to, be part of this. Um, Especially the Germans. I'm so sorry. It just, at one point you need to stick up for yourself, and and not let people walk all over you, because that's what we teach our children, not to be bullied, to stand up for yourself, stand for what's right. And you know young people are watching this, and I want them to understand that you do not let anybody on YouTube or any social platform bully you. That's not okay. And if you need help, there's always a teacher or a parent or a friend or a neighbor or a coach that can help you. You're not alone. I'm not alone. I have my husband, I have my family, I have my friends. I have a lot of people on YouTube right now that reach out to me. I don't feel alone, but I want the community as a whole to understand that these people exist, and you have to be very careful what you put out there. And before you buy anything on YouTube, make sure that you trust this person like you trust your own mother. Um, and even then, it's not really a guarantee. Because when it comes to money, you know, everything is, like they say, all is fair in love and war. So until tomorrow, have a good rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye.